Most people book flights to get somewhere. But what if you booked a flight just to fly? For the next 40 hours, I'm going to be flying across America in the most unnecessary way possible, just so that I can experience every major airline in the country.
This is a good way to end the trip, ladies and gentlemen.
Why? Because this is a YouTube video, and I make YouTube videos. All right, I'll see you guys in
New York City, ladies and gentlemen. They weren't lying when they said this place was the city that never sleeps. No one's sleeping. Currently 4:30 in the morning, and I am at the airport, and I am headed to Los Angeles, California, but not the fast way. See, if I were flying there directly, I would be getting there around lunchtime today, but instead, I'm gonna be getting there about 40 hours from now. Can you guess what my first flight's gonna be? Huh?
Yup. Spirit Airlines. See, I want to test out every major airline in America throughout this journey, so I'm starting with the worst rated and working my way up to the best rated.
First flight, Espiritu, spirit in Spanish. Feeling a little funny at 4:30 in the morning.
As I fly on all these airlines, I'm going to be testing out things like food and seat comfort and service to see who's doing it right.
Estimated flight time will be 2 hours and 28 minutes at an initial altitude of 34,000 feet.
And just like that, the adventure begins. Felt a little bit weird flying south and not west, but I'm along for the journey.
Unfortunately, all the food and snacks and stuff cost.
I'll just do a coffee. Yes. Thank you.
Let's taste test it.
There is a very real possibility that this is the hottest drink that I've ever put in my mouth.
Let's do a quick seat review, shall we? Legroom, not the best. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm a tall guy. The Spirit Airlines seat back are tiny and compact. Mine has some interesting stains on it as well. And the seat back pocket doesn't look like it could be too effective at holding too much. But no more being a negative Nancy. Look at this window view. That sure is pretty, right? On each one of these airlines, I've decided to investigate a common complaint about said airline to see if it's true or not. And one about Spirit is that a lot of people felt the staff were unhelpful, dismissive, or overly strict. And so far, that has proven to not be true. The staff have been really kind. But to really put this to the test, I'm going to do something that I never would do. I'm going to hit the flight attendant button, and I'm going to ask above and beyond for something.
Is there any way I can get some water? Just a small cup of water?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
The staff were incredibly friendly, and look at that. Flight number 1 is done. And Spirit Airlines, thank you for your service.
Thank you. Have a good day.
When I hopped off the plane, I was reminded of the fact that I picked one of the busiest travel weeks of the year to film this video, Thanksgiving. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to Fort Lauderdale. By now I'd probably be halfway to Los Angeles, maybe even a little bit closer, but instead I'm almost at the southernmost part of the United States. And I'm on a trolley, or a tram, or some type of moving vehicle whose name I don't know. If that's not an adventure, I don't know what is. But before we hop on this next flight, there's something I gotta do. See, one of my biggest weaknesses while I travel is collecting things to bring home, and so I'm taking this long trip across America as an opportunity to do just that. My fridge at home is very barren, and it could use a little bit of spice, as they say. So I'm gonna find some fridge magnets.
Hello. Thank you.
Bag has been secured. Now who's ready for the airline reveal? Any guesses? It's not Northeast. It's...
See what I did there? You like that? All right, airline number 2. Let's check it out.
From my understanding, when you fly Southwest, you don't have an assigned seat. Instead, you have a group, and then you pick your seat once you're on the flight. So I'm about to get on, and we'll see what seat I get. Hopefully, it's a little bit better than the last flight.
Although that pup sounded cute, I was hoping it might take a nap during the flight, and just like that, we were headed back up north to our next city. Well, I'd be in LA right about now if I took the fast flight, but I sure wouldn't be having this much fun in an airplane bathroom right about now, would I? It smells in here. This flight to our next city is about 3 hours long, and I'm going to just tell you about my seat from in here because there's some very kind people sitting next to me, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to film around them, alright? I have a surprising amount of legroom on this flight. It's very spacious. My knees don't hit the seat in front of me. It's way better than the last flight. I'm also
very comfortable in this seat. It reclines, unlike the last flight. The tray table is nice and big. It even pulls out a little bit. And it has USB-C and USB charging.
Hello, 21st century.
The main drinks and snacks on board are free, and the snacks they gave me were fire. They gave me like these pretzels and graham cracker things. It was like as nice as snacks that you would be given if you sat in a first class seat. Well, let's talk about the complaint for this flight. A passenger sued after a flight attendant accidentally spilled a scalding hot coffee all over their child. Yikes. So I ordered a coffee to test that out.
Coffee, please.
And prayed they didn't spill it on me. And luckily, they didn't. And the coffee smacked. Also had this little heart-shaped stirring stick. A nice touch by Southwest. The guy in front of me is wearing PJs, and to be honest, I'm a little bit jealous, and I'm a little bit tired, so I'm gonna go take a nap, get some rest. Alright, it smells so bad, I gotta go.
Another flight had come to an end. Southwest,
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have just touched down here in Chicago. It's actually my first ever time here, and I'm excited about it. At this point, I would have been in Los Angeles for a few hours by now, but you know where I wouldn't have been? Chicago. My next flight on my next airline takes off a little bit later on, and I'm going to take advantage of my time here to do something very exciting and very important. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now commencing Operation Bean. I know. Sounds crazy. Let's go.
getting into this city felt like I was in the middle of some Christmas movie because it was so busy and everyone was bundled up and had somewhere to be. But I had a mission.
Operation Bean. We're almost there. Huge Christmas tree. I found it. I ran all the way here. There it is.
Operation Bean complete. We made it. Thank you, bro.
No problem.
Thank you. What was your name? David. Shout out David. My guy.
All right, let's get out of here. I got a flight to catch. Guys, what are you waiting on? Let's go. Okay, Chicago is officially the most Christmassy, cozy city. Look at this. Operation Bean was a success. Now we got a flight to catch. Guys, we need to make one last stop before heading to the airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've successfully found my secret layover superpower.
Found it.
Olipop, the sponsor of today's video, which I cannot believe because I drink this stuff all the time. This stuff tastes like soda from my childhood without the sugar crash, and it's packed with gut-supporting fiber instead.
While I pay for this and rush to the airport, let me tell you how awesome it is.
Not only does Olipop taste amazing, they're also always doing creative things. Like they just dropped Pineapple Paradise, which is a limited edition collab with SpongeBob. Look how awesome these collectible cans are. They come in 5 different SpongeBob expressions, and I may or may not be trying to collect them all.
Have you had those?
No. Is that good?
They're so good. You need to try them.
You can snag these at places like Whole Foods, Target, or Walmart. They're super easy to grab and stock up. And each can only has a few grams of sugar. If you want to try Olipop, you can actually get $2 off any 4-pack flavor, including the new Pineapple Paradise flavor. All you got to do is click the link, enter your number, and get a $2 off coupon. It's redeemable at major retailers. Thank you so much to Olipop for sponsoring this video and making this layover way better. I'm now fueled up and have the energy I need to finish this video. All right, my friends, we have made it back to the Chicago airport. That was such a special little layover. Operation Bean was a huge success.
Operation Bean complete.
Chicago is a dope city. If you live here, you're blessed. I was a little bit frightened because my Uber driver on the way here was watching YouTube music videos on like a TV-sized screen and texting someone at the same time as driving through intense Chicago traffic. But hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm a little bit tired. It's pretty late right now and we're getting ready to hop on our next flight to a city in North Dakota. I also just got an email that we got upgraded for free on our next flight because I have status with this next airline because I fly them all the time. So we're going to be in a nice seat and I'm excited about that because I'm going to want to sleep. But before we introduce the airline, we have a fridge magnet to purchase. You forgot, didn't you?
Now it's time for the airline reveal. Can you guess? It's American. It's American Airlines. I'll wait here. Start to board.
Airline number 3, American Airlines. Because I was flying first class with all the cool people, I was trying to play it cool. That is until I literally couldn't fit my bag in the overhead compartment.
While I recovered from that, it gave me a second to see just how comfy this seat really was.
She just brought me some water before the flight even took off.
And then I looked over to my right and noticed this concerned pup. And just like that, we were off. Our first nighttime flight on American Airlines to a city I'd never been to before.
Well, this is a fun little flight now, isn't it, friends? You like that Australian accent? Front row seat, man. Front row seat. Gotta be honest, I never pictured sharing first class seats with a double wide pup. That dog was super cute and very thick. Well, let's get down to the brass tacks. Let's talk about the seat. Leg room, pretty solid. Can't extend my legs all the way, but that's just because I'm tall. The seat is very comfortable, very spacious. It reclines, which is very nice. At first I sat down and I was like, where's my tray table? And then voila, it pulls out of the armrest. That's American ingenuity at its finest. Beautiful window view. Overall, great seat. The food has been awesome as well. Of course, I had to get the Diet Coke. They give it to me in a glass, which is nice. And then they gave me a selection of delicious snacks, which honestly weren't better than the snacks that Southwest gave me in my non-first class seat. American has a wide array of complaints. The most common one is the delays. So far, this flight is only running 8 minutes late, so technically delayed, but not that bad. Let's get back to our seat.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm exhausted. We got a few hours of a layover here to sleep. Let's get to our hotel.
Are those for me? I'm just kidding. Have a good night.
Just thought I'd make a little silly joke. That's how you know how little sleep I've had. Third flight done, and we are halfway across America, ladies and gentlemen. It is midnight, and we are in Fargo, North Dakota. Baby, it's cold outside. It's 31 degrees Fahrenheit here in Fargo, North Dakota, and I only brought this thin little cardigan.
Hello, Fran Antonio? Yes.
You like it because it's not that cold.
So this is warm for you guys, you're saying?
Warm.
Oh my gosh. How cold does it get here?
Minus 40.
Minus 40?
Minus 40.
What?
Anything no negative. Beautiful day.
Stay warm.
Whoa. Guys, I just made it to my room, and it is beautiful. This has got to be like one of the coolest hotel rooms I've ever stayed in. I'm not even kidding. And this town is so cozy. I feel like I'm literally in a Hallmark movie right now. And I'm exhausted. And so it's time to get some rest.
Good night.
Good morning. I hear an airplane right now. Really hope it's not my plane. Let's finish this journey today, shall we?
I think this is the most empty and quiet I've ever seen an airport. This is the entrance.
Guys, I officially think this is like the chillest airport I've ever been in. But we need a fridge magnet. You guys ready for the airline reveal? Untied Airlines.
Did you guys get my joke? Kind of like it's really easy to misspell United and accidentally spell untied. So.
Just made it to my seat, and it's looking good. I'm in an exit row, which is definitely an upgrade because I have just as much leg room in this seat as I had on the first class flight on American. The seat is also very comfortable and reclines. The tray table is great. It pulls all the way out. Feels like a legit desk. And the seat back pockets are not the best. They're still mesh, so stuff can fall through them, but it is what it is. And then on the charging options, we have a full outlet. I am like a kid in a candy shop in this seat right now. First flight of the day, halfway through this journey.
One complaint's from a passenger suing United after a suitcase fell on their head from an overhead bin. So let's just say I got my eyes peeled.
I feel so blessed right now that I'm literally the only person in my row. I could spread out and take a nap if I wanted. Let my dogs bark. I'm sorry. Fun fact about me, I used to have a severe flight anxiety. Like there was a season of my life where every time I got on a plane, I was convinced I was going to die. And it made me not want to travel or go places or experience the world. But it's gotten so much better as I've like continued to face the fear and learn more facts about airlines and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, anytime I'm faced with anything scary in my life, my relationship with Jesus keeps me grounded. I could be walking through what feels like a really dark valley and feel really lonely, but still know that I'm not alone. They're about to come through with food, and I'm really excited to see what they got going here.
I got a basic water and a Stroop waffle, which was pretty awesome. And thankfully, contrary to that complaint, no luggage fell on my head during the flight.
Alright guys, well that wraps our United flight and we have officially made it to the Denver International Airport. It's been like 30 hours or so since we started our journey. I definitely would have been in LA like a long time ago. But would I be getting to take all these different flights and be pretty tired? No, I'm blessed. We only have 2 flights left on this journey and I am very, very excited for both of them. You'll see why in a little bit. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's go find us a little souvenir fridge magnet. Alright guys, bag secured. Our next flight. Are you ready for it? We are going to be flying on what many consider the nicest like commercial airline in America. And we're not just sitting in any seat. We are sitting, can I get a drum roll? First class. I know. I bought a first class ticket. Feel a little bougie about that. What am I, made of gold? No, we're getting ready to go get on the flight here in just a moment. It's our second to last flight. I'm excited. I have a pep in my step. I wish I could tell you that this Delta flight is the nicest one we're going to be taking in this video, but it's not. But let's take things one at a time, all right? Let's go.
Okay, first class flight. Play it cool. Act like you've been here before. Oops, sorry.
Okay, Delta, you didn't have to go so crazy. Seriously though, this first class seat is very nice. First of all, we have a ton of legroom, and as I mentioned before, because of my extreme height, I need a lot of legroom. Secondly, the seat itself is very comfortable. It also reclines really far back, further than any of the seats I've sat in so far. The seat back pocket in front of me has not 1, not 2, but 4 pockets to put things in. This is way better than the bungee straps thing on Spirit Airlines. You got a place to plug your phone in, a tray table that pulls out of the armrest, and you have perhaps one of my favorite features, a nice flat screen TV to watch the movie of your choice. They said it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride. Don't love that. And because of it, they're not going to be able to do regular service. So they gave us snacks up front. Delta has my favorite airline snacks of any airline. I literally buy these at home. They're that good. And we have a short flight ahead of us, so I'm just going to sit back, relax, enjoy my movie, and eat my snacks.
A common complaint surrounding Delta flights is the cost is too high, and this first class seat was around $350.
We made it to Salt Lake City, guys. Fun fact, this is actually one of my favorite airports in America. It's all decorated cozy for Christmas. There's big Christmas trees, it's super clean. It's a vibe here.
Antonio, you haven't made it to Los Angeles yet. You still have one more flight. Why are you outside of the airport? Well, don't worry. First of all, I already got my fridge magnet here from Salt Lake City. Number 2, that is because my last and final flight isn't on your typical airline. It's on an airline called JSX. It's basically a private jet style airline. I gotta tell you, I'm very excited about this. I think this is really gonna be the best way that we could end this trip, and it's gonna be an experience of a lifetime. So let's pull up to the hangar, shall we?
See, flying on this airline, you don't just take off from the regular airport, you actually have a specific hangar that you go to and check in at.
Okay, I'm going to LA.
The hangar is great because there's plenty of seating. There's also a private little snack area with waters and coffees and different things while you wait for your flight. And my favorite part is how easy the security line is.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Hey, have a great day.
Thank you. It took like 2 seconds. And then you walk out to the flight.
Ready to get on the plane.
Now this is a good way to end the trip, ladies and gentlemen. It is.
All right, guys, we have officially made... Oh, look at this lighting right now. Oh. Okay. It's very close quarters, so I got some people looking at me while I film this, but you know what's the last flight? It is what it is. The legroom on this seat is the best yet, in my opinion. It feels like a first class seat. Secondly, I feel very comfortable in this seat. It reclines way back, like even more than I think the other first class seats, which is awesome as well. The tray table is like a nice wood finish, gloss. It's not real wood, but it looks like it. Makes it feel nice and cozy. There's carpet on the floor, LED lights. The whole plane just feels nice. The pilot even came out and talked to all of us, which was really cool. One downside is that you definitely feel bumps a lot more because the plane is smaller. The flight attendant came by earlier and took all of our orders to celebrate this last flight. You know I had to get the classic.
Could I do a diet? Oh, sorry.
We'll try out the food and, as they say, sit back, relax, and enjoy our final flight to Los Angeles.
Funny enough, the complaint about this airline was that the airplane itself was scary. I could see where it's coming from, but I didn't really relate with it because the flight was so smooth. And so, just like that, the adventure of crossing America in the most unnecessary way possible, just so I can try and experience every major airline, has come to an end. But I can't end this video in good faith without spicing up that fridge. This is the part of the video where I say something along the lines of, life isn't about the destination, but about the journey. And then people at home go, aww. And then they go, man, we should really watch another one of Tonio's videos. You guys do that, right? Yeah, that happens, right? Okay, I'll see you in the next one.